Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the party. So, I forget who I said I was going to watch this week. We have a bunch of good games. If you missed it, I just recently uploaded a new video talking about a couple of things, specifically the pitch play and maximum compared to some other plays, and trying to think of what else I just uploaded. Some highlights from my last stream. So the Storm have bounced back this season. They're 5-3. I think they're gonna make playoffs for sure. Man, these are all good games I want to watch. I haven't really done the Mammoth. Something's telling me to do that game because they're fighting for their lives. 8-4. If Mammoth lose, they're out. Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do Mammoth Berserks. No rain, no snow, that's good, so the play calling won't be tight with just an absolute train wreck. So, what happens next? Well, after I get to playoffs and stuff, I'm planning on possibly doing another season. I'd like to up it to maybe 10 teams here so that I would have an even 5. Make the 10-game schedule a little bit more spread out between the teams. I'm also thinking of doing a couple of special teams. So, like, I'm thinking of keeping 5 teams from this current league, the All Curls, and then bringing in 5 new teams. And the teams essentially that I'm planning on doing currently are the LCLSU Mud Dogs, starring Bobby Boucher at linebacker. The Longest Yard, featuring the Mean Machine with quarterback Paul Crew. And I would like to do the guards with there's a ton of people on the guards team. I could cover Stone Cold Steve Austin. I was thinking of doing a couple other teams from the replacements, and I can't remember the name of the other movie, but it has Jamie Foxx as the quarterback. If anybody knows that, throw it in the comments. I know the team name, they're the Miami Sharks or something like that, but I'm really thinking of bringing a couple of those into the franchise for next season. It's still an absolute ghost town in Discord. There's really no information. There was basically a barn fire everybody had their pitchforks out the other day, and finally we got information out of Luke, who basically said he can't talk about the game currently, but they're working on it still, not to panic. Well, we're all panicked. I'm afraid they're going to rug pull us here, and basically they can move on with their lives while a ton of people are just out money to support this game, which is just an absolute joke. Luckily, I'm not financially vested into this too hard, so I'm not really sweating it. I got my 100 hours of gameplay out of this game. I feel like I'm okay at this point, but let's focus on the here and now. The Mammoths are a team I built to be like the 1 seed for playoffs, and they're barely hanging on right now. They're the worst team. They lose today, they're probably done. Berserks go to 5-3 if they win this game. They're basically in the driver's seat. I hate the numbers I gave the Berserks team. I don't know why it keeps defaulting to them. Like, when I edit these teams, I go through and handpick all the designs, and for some reason it's like a Comic Sans looking numbering scheme that just keeps defaulting on some of the jerseys. I don't understand what's going on with that. 100-yard loss on the play, eh? Okay. I'm gonna doubt that, announcer, but what I've been finding is the ratings, and I'm gonna almost thoroughly say that the ratings are causing a ton of the gameplay issues. I've basically proven that at this point. Just from the break tackle perspective, how efficient the quarterbacks play, the defensive logic, a ton of that looks like it comes down to just the ratings, and it needs to be changed. Now, will they do that? I don't know. I'm just going to say it's possible. In the past, when people have screamed enough, they've caved to our demands and given us what we wanted. I assume this next update is pretty much them make or breaking the future of this title, so I think that's why there's been so much radio silence. They essentially can't mess up anymore, and it would be good to not have radio silence, but at the same time, like, if it's all hands on deck to brainstorm and get this title to a working state where people stop feeling ripped off by the game, that also would be great. I'm patient, but my patience is pretty much run out at this point. Trying my best to stay positive, but like, I mean, that's basically the past 2 or 3 years from us, even from some of the people who were in the beta and the early access and play testers and stuff. I mean, I've only been playing this game for the past year-ish when it came out. I think last summer, so maybe I'm like maybe only like 6-7 months deep, but I built most of my YouTube channel around this product, and the fact that it's just ghosting me right now is really making it tough for me to flourish. I'm really close to getting to a point on YouTube where I could kind of take the next steps to better my channel, but without updates, without gameplay changes, without news about the game I cover, it's really difficult to keep, you know, like a constant stream of content coming. Man, the punt coverage definitely needs a little tweaking as well. Just no one getting off blocks back there. It was very weird. That is one thing playing other football games and then you come back to this game. It's very different, like how the special teams things work. Like even the old Madden games, like I usually reference PS2 era Madden when I'm talking about Madden. Ooh, with that laser downfield. Not looking good for the Mammoths. This is the type of game, if you blow this, people get fired. Players get let go. But yeah, the plan basically for the user league, the franchise stuff, is I'm going to probably make a couple changes next year. I would like to go up to 10 teams, and I would like to start basically from scratch. Since I have the franchise thing, I don't need tickets to create a franchise or whatever. I can't continue this one because the second I get to the draft, it's going to just mess everything up. The draft is going to bring in too many high-rated guys, and it's just going to skew all my ratings. There's some weird thing happening right now with the pull block, and again, I can't diagnose it 100%, but like, I don't know what's going on. Again, another thing added to the list, Chris Jericho. You just made the list! Like, there's so much shit that they need to correct. This might be the first flag I've seen. That's interesting. Encroachment, eh? So someone was offsides? I guess so, I don't know. Good tackle. I'm just excited to see a roadmap at some point for this game because, I mean, even in the state it's in, it already doesn't barely work. And there's a ton of gameplay changes that need to take place and just basic bugs and things that need to get corrected here. I definitely want to see some sort of gang tackle system implemented. I mean, I think that's one of the biggest barriers currently to people playing this game, the immersion factor. You have the, you know, like, offensively, these players can double team block. They can do things where three players are interacting. I don't understand why it's so difficult to program in a couple of gang tackles that would basically be using the same animation logic, you'd think. There, the pull block works, and he might. Oh, I thought he was gone. Ooh. It's nice when the AI finally actually targets somebody on the outside and throws some of those like 50-50 balls. I feel like, I don't know if maybe if it's a slider or what, but the AI pass-wise doesn't take too many chances downfield. It's kind of frustrating, especially the teams with elite players on the edge. I'd really like to see them challenge the DBs a lot more in this game and throw some more of those like passes up that can essentially let their guys go make plays for them. I still don't know whatever happened to the running back that I created for the Berserks, or sorry, I didn't create, but he was already on the team. This guy that they have now is actually a cut player from the Gold Tigers. Very weird. That's so dumb. I hate the screen passes. I've actually grown to just despise them at this point completely. God, it's so stupid. Did it go through or what happened? I guess not. Mammoth's got 2 minutes, 2-minute warning, 3 timeouts. They got to get some points on the board here. This is actually getting pretty ugly. I didn't think the Mammoths would be this bad this season. This is kind of shocking to me that I made a team that can barely even compete. 2 or 3 players wide open there. This might be the big drive starter they needed. What I might do is just keep the top 5 teams rank-wise at the end of the year and probably drop the other 3 to make room for some new teams coming in. Good crosser route, breaks a couple tackles. Okay, so the Mammoth are in good shape here. Let's see if they have to get like at least 3 points on the board here. I mean, ratings-wise, this team is the same as everybody else. I mean, they're pretty decent. I don't understand why it's so difficult for them to like do anything. They're just a good overall team. They're sort of like the Berserks. I don't understand though why that's so different. I guess I have to dive into this a little bit more to fully like understand what the threshold is for how some of this stuff works. I don't know.
Number 54 with the pass deflection on the play. Second down. Cover him. Catch made.
It's an interesting tackle. I don't know if I've ever seen that one specifically before. I need to go and fix my undisclosed gaming chair here at some points. It's just creaking and cracking. Oh my word. That's why they're a 2-win team. What a joke. Buddy just dotted one and he just pops in the air like a water balloon. Oh my goodness. That was crazy. I can't even believe the game still does this. There's supposed to be natural ball physics here, but it seems like the only physics really that are taking place here in this game essentially is like the ball just pops right to the nearest defender. It almost looks like it's, I don't want to say scripted, but like, what's my zoom in here? It looked like he almost caught that one-handed, but And he turns it around. Okay. Like right there. Well, that ends that drive. God, the Mammoths just dropped the touchdown and then hits a dude in the hands and it's an interception. I might have to give them some weapons to work with next season. Can he spring it?
15 yards gained on the run.
I'd like to see the AI like in the open field like that. It almost seems like their logic doesn't know what to do. Like there's like do a juke move or something. Like I never really see the AI utilize the juke. The spin move and the stiff arm for sure, but like oh my word, just everything going right for the Berserks.
68. Tackle made by number 22nd down.
Where are the jukes? Look at that. They actually stopped the pitch. Good for them. Not a great half for the Mammoths there on the road, fighting for their playoff lives. Just getting stomped out 16-0. And they kick off. Just atrocious. Defense is going to have to cause some play, or create some turnovers here. Buddy took a shot on that one, and he's jittering around. He's having like a full panic attack or something. Got a whole 2 quarters of play here. Let's see if the Mammoths can get stopped, get off the field. The Berserks go down and get points here. This is gonna probably finish things off for the Mammoth season. Also, we're still using the old Christmas ball. Love it. It's fantastic.
Second down.
Ooh, what a pass. 88 down the sideline. I feel like that's a bobble most times I've seen in this franchise. I don't know if that's my fault because of the catching or what, but I've had to tone that down on a ton of players. But it just seems like that type of play, they just never make that grab.
Yards gained on the run by number 33. Stopped short by number 39. Second down. Here we go.
Good aggressive defense there. Mammoths are holding them on a 2nd and inches. 3rd and 1. They actually got a loss on the play. Let's see what the Mammoth defense does here. Looks like we're going to get a blitz from the right. On the screenplay, everyone can't get off blocks because this game's blocking is so overpowered still, even though it's at negative 50. It's just unreal blocking. That's one thing, again, I keep saying it's one thing, but like the list of concerns just continues to grow. And he's just going to walk that in. And it's a blowout. This is just absolutely insane. I can't tell if the Mammoth are really that bad or if the Berserks are actually like a legitimate championship contender here. I think it's a little bit of both. Nijin or whatever kicks off.
Tackle made by number 48 on the defense.
So we have 2 more weeks of regular season. I'm not sure. I may stream a little bit tomorrow. I'm not positive on that. Ooh, we had both feet in. So I guess we'll see. And then we get to the playoffs, which is going to be 4-team playoff, it sounds like. And then, then it's a championship game. Good ball. Uh-oh.
with the catch on the play.
89 is playing hard still.
Number 89, tackled by number 49. First down.
The other game that sort of interests me is the River Killers versus the Dark Tigers. The two of the top teams in the league facing off, and almost a pick there. It looked like he had a chance at that one, but he just, I don't know, took himself out of position or something. I couldn't really tell what was going on there. Everybody's getting pressed up, and he gets out of the pocket. It's incomplete. Okay, I thought we were about to see our first sack fumble there. But let's take a peek here. You're going to get the importance of press coverage. Look at this. Everybody's up there getting challenged. And then, of course, when you get good pass coverage on the back end, it allows your front four to get busy. I don't know how he didn't take a sack on this play. Not sure how that wasn't a fumble, but whatever. It's not like the Mammoth need more bad luck. 5-man pressure. He dives, spins out of a tackle, and he gets them into a 4th and manageable here. I don't know what they'll do. I think they'll take the points, but looks like they're going for it. I guess I agree. Pitch play. Spins into the middle of the field. Well, at least the logic made sense there. You can't kick the ball on that play.
First down.
Mammoth's just working it down the field.
Number 11, tackled by number 46. Second down. Incomplete pass. Third down.
Big third down, they run it right up the middle, spins through the free safety, and they finally get on the board here. I am going to actively try to fix my chair here, my undisclosed gaming chair, while this game is going on. We're losing screws left and right. Cat is getting pissed. He doesn't know what's going on. It's more to life than sleep up there. You hear me? Alright. Well, big drive there for the Mammoth. It's good to see them actually get on the board, compete a little bit. What's going on with this chair? All these screws are coming out. I think it's good the undisclosed chair brand doesn't get disclosed here. And I was for sure that was going to be the first return I've seen in this franchise, but sure enough, he couldn't make the guy miss in the open field. That's one thing I do miss about these settings. It took away all the explosive run plays, playmaking from some of the AI. And he's going up top. That was great defense. You don't see that a lot, but just good one-on-one outside coverage, and he makes the play. The DBs usually do not win that in this game. So it's nice to see that actually play out in favor of the defense for once. And there was almost your big mistake by the Berserks. Just run the ball. I don't know what they're doing. They're playing like this is a BCS rank game. They need to put as many points up as possible to stay at, in contention for the college football playoff. Down the middle. Another bomb down the field. What a throw. And that weird thing happened again where the AI just stops running. Oh, it's so frustrating. You get a good play like that by the offense, and then the AI just glitches up, or I don't know. Berserks, man, just look. They're hitting their stride. They're about to be 6-3. I think that puts them at number 1. Is it 6-3? No, it's got to be 5-3. They must be 4-3 right now. I don't remember. We'll look after the game. 30-7. This is a blowout now in the making. Not rooting against the Mammoth. It's just weird. I can't believe the team I had as my preseason favorite is just getting their guts stomped in every week. And there's a bomb. And he caught it. I can't believe it. There, he's just going to take that in for a tutty. Mammoth are just striking now. This is just an absolute air contest. Randomly. What are you doing? Cat's just running around like a psychopath right now.
Tackle made by number 30 on the defense.
Alright, Berserks can just kind of eat some clock here and put this game away. Both teams are starting to hit their stride on offense all of a sudden. Good form tackle, but he's got enough for first down. Berserk's running back again. One of the most underrated players, I think. I haven't talked about him a whole lot, but when I built him for the Gold Tigers, he's not the highest rated player, but he's got good break tackle. I gave him a good offensive set of moves. And I'm talking about him here. He's just getting his guts stuffed in there. But he's a solid workhorse back. Not elite, but a guy that you can really feed the ball to, and he should be able to make some plays here or there. Throw across the middle, and he might have a chance to get a first down, which he does. Yep. Couple big plays here in this game. I'm actually kind of shocked after that snooze fest of a first quarter. Got some gun H slot on the field. You're going to get some halfback again up the middle. Again for another big game, just running the clock down. Mammoth season is pretty much ticking weight here on us. They're a 2-win team, so if they fall to 6 losses, I think that's a wrap for them. They won't be able to make playoffs at all. We're in that part of the game where you really got to just lean on your run defense and not play 3 fucking safeties while there's 2 tight ends and a fullback on the field. What is this? And they stuff the run. Okay. See, there's sometimes where I wish the AI would audible and get into better plays. Like there, I would have liked to see them change it to like an ISO dive, recognizing that advantage they had. If the quarterback has enough like awareness and discipline and stuff. Not good. Gen is hurt. All right. A lot of injuries during the season. We've seen a lot of guys go down. Steele got hurt last week, and I think he's probably out to playoffs, if I remember that, for the Gold Tigers. But Paxton stepped up. This is now a 20-point game, just absolutely wild. Paxton stepped up and really put the team on his shoulders and drugged them into the finish line. And they barely lost to the Dark Tigers in overtime with some weird AI. logic. I don't really understand what they were doing, but
Number 91 with the tackle. Number 88 with the catch on the play.
it's just wild. I think the Mammoth are going to be one of the first teams kind of getting bounced from playoffs here, so what I need to do is get my logos updated here into so that they're available to download. I think I'm going to turn them into a new team, edit their players a little bit. Just again, just the dual drop skis here for the Mammoth. Again, I do want to stress this. I did lower a ton of the catching across the league. That doesn't mean they should volleyball the ball in the air to the defense. That's also kind of just insane. The Berserk's defense is pretty good, though. They've shown it today. Almost a diving interception by the linebacker there. The defense has really just kind of stiffened up here for the Berserks as the season went on. And you have 3 safeties on this. Again, the second I can get this play out of the playbook, so all these AI teams, it's just gone. I can't stand it. So I don't know if he got a first down. I guess they gave him a first down. Okay. Mammoths are kind of just, like I said, they're just driving for pride here at this point. Get this game over with, and I think I'm going to do the, basically like the 2 first place teams play as well. I just wanted to see these guys because this was kind of the Mammoths' last chance. What is this defense? What is fucking going on here? This is like the most prevent defense I've seen in the game.
Injury on the play. Catch made by number 87. Stopped short by number 20.
Someone go help this guy, or what? He's literally thriving in pain, and no one even went out to look at him. I'm pretty sure they have an asset on the sideline for a trainer. I'm not sure why they don't just like create a quick little cutscene of him going out in the field to like tend to the player that's down. I think I did see a juke there.
That will be a new set of downs. The conversion is good. Number 0 tackled by number 22. Timeout called by the first down.
So it looks like the Mammoth are still using their timeouts to run the ball. Fucking brilliant. 4 verts leads to a sack.
With the sack on the play.
And you have your 2-minute warning now. Like I said, I'm just trying to get through this game here. It's pretty much over. Mammoth are done. They are out of the playoffs completely. I think they're the first team I could legitimately say is completely eliminated. And he drops it. Oh, gosh. That drop is brought to you by Undisclosed Energy Supplement. It now comes in undisclosed berry. And he's going to take another sack. Man, that guy's back-to-back plays. Just rocking this dude. 93 is on fire. And they're going hurry up on 4th and 23. You might as well at least talk this play over, or at least not put the heaviest run set you have on the field. And they... Oh my god. That might be the single worst call of the entire season. Okay, so the Berserks are in victory formation here, so I'm just going to go through the camera views here just because why not. Got broadcast view here, so I kind of want to see the Killers and the Dark Tigers. I'm also curious to see some more Jobcats. Their running back is literally carrying them to wins completely by himself. It's kind of why the running back positions game is totally overpowered. Also, the offensive lines are still too good at blocking, I feel. I still don't get that impact from those elite defensive ends like I do in other games, so that's kind of disappointing, but oh, you can pick which side you want to view the game from. That's pretty dope. So here we're looking at the away team sideline. I guess the camera would be looking this way in a broadcast view. That's pretty dope. So they're just gonna knee it out here, and yeah, that's the end of the game. Mammoths, that's the last game you'll see them. The franchise lasted one season here. I'm not sure why it's showing the SEC logo there at the bottom. I do not want the college football lawyers to come and get me, but here we are. Total domination. I mean, from start to finish, the Berserks were never really threatened at all in that game. They basically just stuck it to them. There's no chance of coming back. If the Jobcats win here, I mean, we're talking about they're gonna make playoffs most likely. So, and they got blown out. Okay, that's a little better. Good rushing yards there for both teams. You have passing yards. The Tigers went for 321. Just unreal. 4 passing touchdowns. What a performance by them. So we're going to do the Killers Dark Tigers here, guys. So 1 versus 2. Tigers are at home with their 77 overall offense. The Killers, again, were a team I didn't make to be, and I'm not doing Ram. Not doing Ram. Yeah, we're absolutely not doing the Ram. Yeah, that's not happening. Get me out of that Ram game. Not until that's fixed. I have 0 willpower to sit through a rain or a snow game ever again. It's raining again. Fucking game, you.
The away team wins the top.
And it doesn't matter because we're going back out. Week 8, one more try. And I'm just going to sim it. Spectate match. Spectate. And it's snowing.
The away team wins.
Alright, one more try. Like, what is happening that I can't get just a basic game here? Spectate match. I can't. There's no options for me here to edit anything, so it's fucking raining again. Alright, we tried. We tried 4 times. Yeah, we're not gonna sit through a rain game. I would not put my worst enemies subject to them to that torture. So we're just gonna simulate the game. Fuck it. The Killers won. Just absolutely unbelievable. What is happening? We're officially into week 9 here. A couple more big matchups. We're just gonna sim the 4-4 Tigers. We don't care about this game. They get back in the win column as the Mammoths are just super duper eliminated. Doomlords, Berserks, Jobcats, Killers. That might be a game I want to watch. Also the Blizzard there. I haven't watched them play for a while. See if the Berserks can stomp or punch their ticket in here. I think they're in. 2 good games. Maybe I'll stream them tomorrow. Let's go take a look at the standings here. So we have 5 and 3s. Berserks at 6 and 3 there. In the other division, man, it's really tight over there. I can't tell that it's swap teams because I don't know what's going on. So basically, I mean, if it's picking from the Federal and from the Federal West, or does it just take the top four? I don't know how it works in this. I guess we'll have to see. Um, I mean, it's basically Killers, Gold Tigers from the one division, and right now it's like a absolute madhouse on the other. So does it keep stats or not? I'd love to look at, league stats. Wait, can I? Wait. Can I look at stats? I could look at stats. Where did this come from? Yearly awards. Player stats. I'm actually blown away. I didn't even know this existed. Jose Sunderland. Filter. Running backs. Holy shit, guys! Look at this. We actually have stats for the season. I can't even barely believe it. So we have Eric Ginn leading the league in rushing yards. Michael CJ2K. What a monster. Ginn again might actually be a sleeper for whatchamacallit, MVP here. Wait, does he have rush? What is this? Total yards. Okay, so that's total yards. Where's rushing? Rushing yards here is different. So we're going to sort it by that. Okay, so Eric Ginn, it just broke. That's great. So I don't know what is going on here. The Mammoth have 2 running backs. This is crazy. How do I just sort this by none? Yeah, I want to look at everybody's rushing yards, the whole league. Fuck it. It's like breaking this. Just bear with me. I'm trying to get through. Okay, so I want to look at the whole league. There we go. So Eric Ginn is leading in rushing yards. A lot of guys down through here with rushing yards. Can I sort this by other things here? CJ2K leading the league in a lot of things here. Wow, this is actually crazy. I didn't even know that there were stats in the game. I'm actually like blown away. George Thomas. Defensive interceptions. Can't believe it. How do I get to the top here? I'm actually going to say that this is broken. I remember hearing some of these guys say that the running back, yeah, okay, so it's broke. Stephen Forrest, Bradley Pax. It's crazy. These running backs all have a billion rushing yards. That's crazy. So, who's leading receiver? Tell me I gotta go all the way to the top. It's like doing a bunch of like defensive players and stuff. Can I just get 2 receivers? There we go. Receiving yards. And it's broken. There's no way that this guy is leading the league for the Jobcats. Paxton, who's a monster. It's actually funny because there's like none of the elite um like receivers are on this list. Donald Moore, like, fuck are these guys? Let's go to the teams where I know there's guys I put on. Okay, so Steven Steele, who's a 95 overall receiver, has 12 receptions. Okay, that's just absolutely insane. Doom Lord's no team with an elite player, number 1. I don't remember his name. Maybe it was Eric Hill. I don't remember. Who else here? Blizzard. They have 2 or 3 guys that should be. John Him, 11 catches on the whole season. That's just totally insane. This can't be right though, right? Wait. Total yards. It's Jose Sutherland. CJ2K and Eric Gann are the only 2 running backs not up there. Where's my boy? Tommy Sold. What a monster. Tommy Scrambles. This is just fascinating to me. I didn't even know that there was like any sort of stat keeping in here. It's fucking crazy. Alright, well, that's it for me, guys. I am actually just totally stunned I found that. Let's go ahead and read through here. Actually, it looks like a ton of players too are just totally devastated by injuries here, so I don't know. This is going to come down to the last couple games here. I think with Berserks basically should be in a spot where they go, because I think I just simmed their game. Berserks beat the Doom Lords. So next week, well, no, it would be Dark Tigers could beat the Berserks or get to 6 wins as well. If the Blizzard win this game, they might be in. The Jobcats have to beat the Killers to stay alive as well. I don't know. These 2 games are real important tomorrow, so I'm going to sim them tomorrow. Alright, I'll be back tomorrow at some point. It's your boy User. Week 9 incoming.